Hey everyone, and welcome to me making a Jujutsu Kaisen OC, which is original character, and teaching you how to draw for fun! As kids, we all color and draw freely, and you can't tell me you didn't color as a kid, because it was pretty much required in kindergarten, so I don't want to hear, actually, from anybody, okay? When you are young, it is freeing to color and draw. You are unaware of any of the art rules that exist. It is your instinct to color outside the lines. As you age, you either move on from art or continue to pursue it. If you are watching this video, I'm going to assume you are part of the group who continues to draw. And again, you don't have to draw for a job. You could just draw for a hobby, and it could still become overwhelming and not fun anymore. So I'm here to teach you how to make it fun, okay? I like to say I'm pretty experienced as an artist. I have been in art classes and art programs, though I do have a bad habit of dropping out due to my health. But we won't talk about that, and that's besides the point. If you're curious about my crazy health, go watch another video, okay? Where was I? In art classes, you learn basic rules of art and consistently practice things like still lifes, anatomy, perspective, and many more things. Learning color theory usually comes last because you need to focus on the basics first, like values, and the easiest way to do that is with pencils of different weight and eliminate color for the time being, which, of course, can be boring. Life without color, I admit, is boring, but it's important, unfortunately. Anyway, your brain learns faster than your hand can keep up with. Artists call this the artist's eye. You are able to critique your own work as well as your peers. This leads you to be more critical of your art, which of course can be a good thing. It helps you improve. However, it can be really discouraging because your work isn't improving as fast as your knowledge is. Therefore, thinking like this can lead you to art block, because what is the point if you're not good enough? The important thing is you can't get better without the constant practice. Even though it feels like you aren't improving, you are. Your knowledge just can't keep up with your hands. So you try to get over that by practicing as hard as you can, but burnout happens from so many still lives, the same things over and over again. This isn't to say the basics aren't important to learn, but schools have never really been built for an artist in mind. They kind of want to drain the most money they can out of you. Yeah, my school wanted to do a foundation year. Why am I paying for things I don't want to learn? Anyway, our school kind of bad, but like I see why. So it helps some people. Anyway, this is not that type of video. Sorry. Anyway, drawing the same thing over and over again tends to make artists lose that spark that makes them creative in the first place. I've managed to avoid art block for a long time, and I'm gonna give you some tips. Get excited. Pump it up. Okay, let's just get to the tips. I'm done pumping you up. Sorry. What? Anyway. Tip 1. Make a drawing just for yourself once a day. You may think this sounds impossible, insane, crazy, with a busy schedule, or you may think, what's the point of drawing if I don't post it online? And that's where you are wrong. Art was never supposed to be that way. It was always supposed to be for oneself. I mean, look at the greats. The internet didn't exist, so they have years upon years of work because they weren't distracted and trying to cater to someone else. I know this sounds naive to make art just for yourself when you have to get the bills paid and you have to cater somewhat to the audience. However, that is what causes art block. So it genuinely helps avoid art block if you're drawing for yourself. And I'm not saying don't cater to your audience. I'm just saying keep a junky sketchbook. It doesn't matter the work you put into it. A simple doodle a day keeps the creative brain flowing. You don't want to become stagnant because you're trying so hard to make people like you that you forget why you liked art in the first place, which was to draw things you wanted to. So keep that junky sketchbook and draw for yourself sometimes, okay? Tip 2. I'm about to say another thing that's crazy. It's not really that crazy, sorry. But art teachers, for some reason, think it's outlandish. Drawing fan art. Artists actually, most of the time, start out drawing fan art. Professors think it's unprofessional and could harm your talents because cartoons and anime are not proportionally correct or anatomically correct. However, it is so important to revisit the thing that made you love art in the first place. I remember when I was 8 or so, I would sit directly in front of the TV and draw Pokemon in real time. Maybe that's why my vision is so bad, because I sat so close to the TV, but we can ignore that part. It was what brought me most joy at that time of my life. I still have sketchbooks filled with Pokemon when I was little. The artist community is filled with nerds similar to me, and yet many art teachers take this same stance to not draw fan art. However, you can do both. You can practice the basics and draw fan art, just don't include it in your portfolio. Fan art isn't negative, and I've even seen some videos where fan art gets people the jobs when they post it on Instagram or Twitter. You could get a job that way if someone really likes your fan art. But I'd still not include it in your portfolio because it should be original work. But you can do both. I don't know why art professors act like it's the end-all be-all. Anyway, the purpose of learning the rules of art is to break them. Most artists learn the rules and then start doing something crazy like Impressionism. I mean, have you seen Picasso? I don't like Picasso's work, but he learned the art rules before and then switched to doing absurdism. He's a crazy guy. And that's the point of learning these rules. I mean, I'm literally here drawing Jujutsu Kaisen fan art. Why do you think I'm making a detailed backstory for her? It's because I love writing and drawing. Though I'm not the best with spelling. But this helps me stay out of an art block. I'm doing this silly little thing for fun and to help other artists. And that's a great way to avoid art block. Okay, tip 3. Participate in your hobbies. I mean, I'm kind of doing that right now, but there's other hobbies. Yes, you're an artist, but you need to take a break sometimes, unless you want to get advanced carpal tunnel. I mean, most artists have carpal tunnel, but let's hold off until you're like Miyazaki's age and you pretend to retire every 5 seconds. Participating in other hobbies besides your own art can give you ideas. In fact, it is super important to consume other people's art to improve your own. See what you like about others' art. This is also a reminder that things you don't typically think of art are, like video games, books, cartoons, etc. I had people in my life say, "How is this art? It's just a video game." Do you know how much work goes into a video game? Voice actors, animators, thumbnail artists, writers, cover art designers. The same goes for books and anime, cartoons. So consuming those types of things for hobbies is consuming art. So you're not only making yourself relax and taking time for yourself, you're still absorbing art and becoming a better artist. And also, it's just really important to relax in the crazy world we live in right now. So it's just in general good for your mental health to participate in what you find good. Tip 4. Am I breaking your ears by doing that? I'm sorry. I'm very loud in real life too. Hope that doesn't annoy you. Anyway, tip 4. Leave the house. As an artist, I know we ain't leaving the house. I'm a total hypocrite. I don't leave, ever. My mom has to drive me to a grocery store. Unless it's a Ren Fair or a Comic-Con, I'm throwing myself out there. Anyway, don't lead by my example. I do go on walks with my dog, and that's actually really helpful, so I lied. I'm not a hypocrite. I do go out daily. I lied. Walks are important. Anyway, that was a mess. Tip 4, leave the house. I'm just starting over. This is not good for our sense of light to stay in the house 24/7. Drawing backgrounds really is important. And sun is just good for your mood in general, and it can be hard to draw when you're depressed. We can't just be sitting in front of a drawing tablet all day or in the studio staring at a blank piece of paper and a stack of random fruit. Walking outside can give you new ideas, and it is also good for your eyes to unfocus for a bit. Staring at a screen or white paper so intensely, so focused for so long, can cause tension headaches, making work that much more difficult to focus on and make it feel negative while you're doing work. We don't want to be a negative person when we're participating in art. Walking can also help you break up your time. Sitting at your desk for too long can hurt. Stretching out your legs can help you focus. Just a lap around the room is good, but you should still be going outside and walking. It's good for your mind and body. As much as I hate to say it, because my doctor tells me to go outside all the time, being outside just relaxing can help you with new ideas with the scenery, though you can also draw outside, which can help in many ways. Drawing outside helps you understand lighting, and the change of scenery can also help you feel motivated and understand the different lighting that comes with different seasons. Though it's much harder to do in the winter, I will admit. Mainers, they know how bad it gets. Anyway, that was all my tips. I hope they were helpful for you. Even if you're not an artist, pacing out what you do is important, as to not overwork or yourself or burn out. It is helpful to space things out too, because the next day you can always look at your project with a whole new mindset or perspective. And if you have any tips you'd like to share, please put them in the comments down below. I'm sure other artists would love to hear different perspectives and different ideas to avoid art block, because I know it is the greatest curse among all artists. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Most importantly, everyone, stay weird. And if you like art content, stick around and subscribe. I also do vlog content if you're into that stuff. Okay, thank you, everyone. Bye.